Doivent se faire vacciner contre le coronavirus. Protégez-vous, vos proches et la société en général. En vous faisant vacciner, nous pouvons vous aider, vous et vos enfants, à vous inscrire gratuitement. Contactez Gambia Talents Promotion au 404 593 62 15 ou envoyez un email à info@gambiatalentspromotion.org. Rappelle-toi, le coronavirus est réel. Faites-vous vacciner dès aujourd'hui.
Penmore Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation Clinic is the first of its kind in the Gambia. We have inpatient service and outpatient services. Penmore admits patients and they have intensive rehabilitations. That means treatment 3 times a day for 5 days, from Mondays to Friday, and on Fridays they go to their families to spend time with them to have family. Outpatients come on regular appointments, probably 2 or 3 times in a week for treatment. We treat patients with arthritis, with back pain, stroke patients, fractures or after fracture operation, paralysis of all types, and we do treat both young and old patients. Penmore Physiotherapy gives quality physiotherapy treatments to Gambians because we are qualified physios from different parts of the world.
Thank you very much. I'm ñu ko jaajëfal bu baax ñoom nga xam ne mooy moom tamit bàyyeekoo na from the United. Thank you. I mean, I'm on the Monica hearing. So this is the current situation. Thank you very much. I'm ñu ko jaajëfal bu baax ñoom nga xam ne mooy moom tamit bàyyeekoo na from the United Democratic Party. Anti nuyu nañ la. Okay, so li moo nekk di go on right now fii ci li nga xam ne moo nekk di case. We have members of the United Democratic Party ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi fi ak also ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi bàyyeekoo from the National People's Party going on right now. So this is the case going on. Li moo nekk di go on fii right now. So we have seen most of the United Democratic Party and also from the National People's Party nga xam ne moo nekk NPP. So earlier we've seen them celebrating with regards to lu nekk di go on fii right now. So this is the current situation. Comme ni ko waxee rek case bi dismiss leen ko bàyyeekoo na fi nga xam ne moo nekk ci biir High Court bi fi. So lii moo nekk di go on right now. So service here mi nga xam ne moom moo nekkoon si
Maimuna jërëjëf, thank you very much. This is Yankuba Jallow. Finally, the Chief Justice has decided that the case should be struck out of the High Court. But although we will ask Yankuba some of the things, or we can forward Yankuba till later.
Yankuba is part of us. So Yankuba, you can just give me a minute, okay? So guys, you can come and see people how right now NPP, it seems they're celebrating. Like I said all the time, you know, I said and Gambian Talents TV, gis ngeen guy ñu fi ñu yuhu this minute this time guys and lawyer bi moo nekk noonu xam naa si kanam tuuti dina wax ak lawyer bi bul dem su ko defee ñu mun laa am jamono ji gis ngeen ko gaa ngi ni presidential advisor baa ngi ni waa NPP ñu ngi yuhu gaa ngi nekk di salut nekk di wane li nga xam ne mooy
thank you the National People Party. The National People Party is very happy today to win the second time. On the 4th of December, President Adama Barrow won an overwhelming victory in this country. And the UDP petition, today, thank God, the petition has been dismissed and the NPP is awarded with cause. We thank the Gambian people for coming out in numbers and having the confidence on President Adama Barrow. He has been elected, and also the court today, we have justice in the Gambia. Thank God the Gambian justices has dismissed the United Democratic Party petition. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lawyer President Barrow Mungini.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Mboj. Once again, today. Mr. Mboj, please. Yes. Please, Mr. Mboj, Lamin, please. So, Mr. Mboj. Mr. Mboj, once again, today also.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you have to tell the public?
Yeah. Santayala, thank God. That's all. Nothing more than that. Yeah, because election is not easy. We have been.
So can you, because many people are watching you right now, can you just break down some of the things you understand from these proceedings?
Yeah,
People want to.
there are so many things involved.
Yeah.
But to down.
No, you can break some of the things down so that people can.
It's only
No, laymen are around, and right now we are live. We understand you get celebration victory, but it's obvious now you are the right person to talk to, and knowing our job, we want to talk to you.
Yeah, I am one of the people that can talk to you, but there are lawyers there inside. They are coming out. Okay, but it's a development for democracy, like just like I said the last time, because I'm the right of access to the court. Court be digging in England, everything they said, and court makes a decision. Court acts on time. So if you come out of time, you are creating trouble for yourself. So because of their lateness in filing their security bill, election petition is difficult. It's expensive. So you need to file deposit in cash with the court that I'm depositing this for security, just like what happened today. After the striking out of the case, then the money that is paid to the president for cost of 100,000 is lo fufulen ko genere. You don't send 200,000. So it's as simple as that.
So lan mo muna waxal public bi finally, because xam naa ne yaa ngi yaakamti.
Yeah, time. We have to respect our courts, respect our laws. A country without law is ungovernable. Loi moo yore ñëpp si dëkk bi. Supreme Court decision bi nañ ko respect. ñëpp a ngi ko wax ñu ne nañ respect decision court bi. Court bi decide na, they strike out nañ case bi, award nañ cause bi. Santa Yala, the country is free from the case now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr.
su ko defee ñu daw Sidi Ndiaye da ngeen am ak moom interview already. Ok mu ngi nii su ko defee rek ñu wax ak moom as well.
Energy, agriculture, education, in the area of human rights and human development. Of course, the members of the media, you all agree that under the NPP government, you are liberated, you are free to exercise your fundamental right, your inalienable rights of expressions, of of association, of entertaining the people. So that's the Gambia will continue to see. President Alambra have told Gambian, he said, post-December 2021 will continue to deepen the democratic gains of this country.
Okay, were you foreseeing this victory for President Alambra?
No, but this is victory since on the 4th of December 2021. Gambian decided, so we knew that the will of the Gambian people must be sustained. And for us as a party, we know that the United Democratic Party over the years have been living on deception, have been living on fooling and ranking their people, and also by hypnotizing them. We saw the Trump, that's the Trump type. You remember President Donald Trump, and that's what UDP is saying. You know, we have seen people who have no value to the country, who have no value to their party, who have no agenda and program for this country. But what they wanted was to distract people, and we are never distracted. We are committed to serving this country, and we are committed to delivering the services, a social contract with the government.
What is the next focus now for the NPP and the president?
Yeah, as I said, the next focus is development. It's to serve the people. It's to serve the people. That's our next focus. We'll continue. We had programs. We had policies that we sold to Gambian, and they bought them in excess. So they saw us as a government, as a party that will be able to move this country from where we are to another level, because they have seen in President Adama Barrow what he have done. And so that's what we're going to continue. That's what we're going to focus on.
Please, what would be your advice to the people of UDP, as this is already done, and they are also Gambians? What would be your advice for them?
Beside of them continuing with their deception politics of intimidation and insult, but for us, we want to assure them that the Gambia belongs to all of us, whether you are a member of the United Democratic Party or other political parties. President Adama Barrow is the president of all Gambians, and that as individuals or as organizations or association political parties, it's your fundamental right to belong to political party of your choice. That doesn't mean for us as NPP and as party in government, we will intimidate you, we will harass you, we will subject you to all kind of inhuman law. President Adama Barrow said Gambia belongs to all of us. The United Democratic Party members, NPP, GDC, PDIS, NUP, you call it. Let's come together and share our expertise and ideas as we move this country from this level to another level.
Thank you very much, Mr.
You're welcome.
That was Sidin Jai.
Control winter. Adu winter. Ni wale celebration. Adu mbe continue kateria kabadia because ntolu. Nindi mbabo dande alman kisalama. Nsi nyol bije minimu UDP. Janning Adama Barrow ka kalamuda. Wallel binandea. Kabrim fama banta. Janning Adama Barrow kalamuda. Janning Hussein Daba kalamuda. Nsi nyol la kalamuda. Nimin basiri. Wallel na de mako yam fama ku wallel tata badewla. Adama man dande la badewt. Hussein Daba manta wol do la badewt. Odon tolmin be dula kilin tolmin be siring. Nga nyo bunya nga nyo horoma. Mbe tata Gambia din kilingol le kang. Ntol me forcé UDP me forcé démocratie lo UDP la fere o landile ani lafta min na Gambia no le yaje ntol nganna fere o landi lafta min na Gambia no le yaje Gambia no le ntol tata afe Gambia no bunya adum bela ke kile because wo Gambia kilimo din kilimol e be murunna walle kam Al with civility and decorum. Nga lua observe. Lua wolen sembentu yate. Natu mambalanta nyofe lua tijen data silokan. Aseke nga UDP nkol no bare na modol se fano okon. Because mo wuli keme fulani we karte ufaye mo jamalti. Useno ha 200,000 votes. Omo. So nintu mo wuli keme fulani mo wuli keme na ni keleda. Mo wuli keme na nse gagné no le bari. Ela modol se fanol dole barama. Ntolu mimbe finla ngada celebration ola. Ngalon ko we are not celebrating against Usainu Dabo. Bari we are celebrating for the Republic of the Gambia. Adun signol nimbadi ngol nin terol nimini be siri nite ku killing ni wolel betara dulalto. Ngake domandoma nga lua bunya nga mol bunya nga celebration okay ani hormoni bunya la bayren to la president be wala kel yaaje le kabiri e nyimbe fo alnene amole adama nyin kumo diam anene man fem foje anene man complain ay hormoni bunya le itandi from the beginning so nte mbem fawnde ahmad jide fawn mbem fawn folo yamarla mbina mbenna mol be yamarla barindi tade manna alay sol tentu partiol min kafdama mbe tentula APRC ko fa baka tombo njata la nyaton kaya ko e papa fall nyolu general Lamin Boja nyolu Henry Gomez nyolu kata Dr Amadou Konde nyolu anin dolum mawol tollong ila partiol BMB be kontona mo be hormone mbunya itandi atol journalisol fanan ale doku kendol kenyim banko kan mbal tendula mbal jayla la doku kendol afa Ali continue to be neutral. It's very difficult to be neutral and impartial. But I'll continue ka okay. Ngal tentu ngal jay bimbense o bunne. Barim fanande ale fonsaje. Ikabe siring no monumento santo jana. Ale fonsaje. Munabe siring jana.
Stajide ni bola jambi munem saying the next step to say ni bola jambi.
Well, I mean, we are preparing for our inauguration. In a grand style. But more important than that, you know, Gambians need improvement. They have all the hopes and all the trust in President Adama Barrow. So, mimbe keri walong inauguration or preparation will be caring. Adum fana wo kola preparation will be caring ka make soko mansakunda ye doku wol kumase. Because ngalon ko fannal bije min alon ko nasol bije wol mambay fannal bije min alon ko nasol bije adun gambianol yo yitande le kabirinta da gambianol noma silol bije ji ko be dolla dolu naku ko be walla ila gadinol so will be mukule to dol kuranko be wala nyil mukudi mi alon ko ngalon sai Supreme Court en clearly ngalon na mansa kunda President Adama Barrow abala government formula aketa wato min mawlo mala atel tamoti bari ntolbe parela ka continue ka doko ke Gambia banko e yenyin 5-year mandate min dinna inshallah bari nak mbenyim fokang as an individual not as a party because I'm not a representative of the party. This is my opinion, and entirely my opinion.
How do you feel about this victory for President?
I feel very happy because I was here from September. I came down in September. I was in the bush almost every day until the 3rd of December. There wasn't a single day for a day from September. So ngadokuo minke kontano bije ale enjo nkontanta mine karteo fine. We are happy, we are grateful to them. Minuma fine fana, we are grateful, we are happy because that is democracy. But B mbense obunet, I'm very happy. Nembe tonya fule ndefa umalo mbe damenda. Ninda dangara saji yole fa. Saji fula. Mbole fala. Nga adomo. Adung nga ala promise ko ninyi mbanda. Mbe tilifula sunnai. Next week ibe dauda. Aramiso ning argument mba sunna ala subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kaitanda ala ko. Yen sawo kenye. Yen nenne yen mbane yen feobefo. In fact, you couldn't cut your fighter. You nakorda identify in the lalong some thugs from UDP. Koi bina yemfa. Barina wallahi ladhi khalakani. Nde fani ala alamola. Barina nde wana kasanke sanna na kabirin kana. Nga ken na bago kono. Ni lafta mbida nga itandila na kune kono. Na kasanke bay koyo kamo mu ike siti minna. But alhamdulillah ala konye ko nkeje la adun ke moy fanang. Adun ala yemmoy. Mwenya nyimala ayenje jeri nya nyimala mbe Gambianol be tendula mbe jaila inimbara.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jide.
Sano is right here. As you can see, that's Dude Sano. He is also part of the NPP crew, so we will just allow him to talk.
But lua memfo abatabaka wala but sima itande UDP nkola busandi follow waketela le eko wemba madendeng nyina mu busandi saban fulan janti mu ya lonko aketela yeta ye sabari ye munya banku do ko lam tol bele dentala victory mu ya lonko wala sodota janteng e salonko banku din kolle o victory nyin sabo an UDP bo banku dun le kono ye kafuna mol kan ngana ngata do ko la nga banko do ko banko manke president baro tata manke ndeta manke usun dabo tate amanke mboko den tate banku dun le tamu banko nyinti woto ko nadare ko sainteng kito yala koke ko nyim bantale fitna ko ni setan ko e jamfala mobe kafunyo manga jube mune betiata Gambia to ngawodo ko Gambia pour mol million ko wala nyanda Gambia kita la sama wala fesiata katar Facebook katar kuma tilim balol falaje wala fesiata katar audio to ebe kuma tilim balol falaje to ebe mol accuse la kol million ko amanke nothing absolutely wol be mu kulata abedanale because molta control la nyin toñindrola molta control la nyin nendrola ete de contribute le la banko e même de contribute kam banko fana ko ete chance di lala that cannot be possible one way or the other but the truth must prevail ñina mo ko modi lafta mi tan lala
ay kondana mora sabo ngafo dara ker jalga alewin one not al dara nyamina alewin two not afele president ker refona alewin afel bi fanan jamol be plegan bi fanan afel alewin kam da MPP de wonim fa wala be nyola abe chew fa ka betal diunga betal wodo kum fa me yalon go president baro ababulu ngaje be atol bulu ani ala executive ani MPP la supporter sol be chew yekonde be kum fa jang abe kum mara abe bedara chew ngetandu ngeje halbi kuma ko nyin ka tandandi ya wina bedara chew
la wala nyende ko ngan kale kabrin day one ko la ilaha illallah na ya tare ko nte du sano ndalenga usun tonying ala kiton tenna tema na tare ko president barole ya tonying ala kito tenna tema bare na tare telefone entel tonying ala kito tentol na tema nyin kamala ko ala taala damban non kum faya kunti atalen tonya mariot bare aya dinna aya ko indinna nyin election oto me men tonying ayo busande ba intama jamfa nothing absolutely niaje mbuka lafi jamfa la kolto na alfalam hada madu ne kudo lowata amanjare ko kule keta dro yabe sainkan I don't do that but mbenyina foke dro ye munya ye sabari Gambia wala siyata president Barot Gambia la siyata Usun Dabot Gambia la siyata nte du sanote any individual member janto Gambia la siyata oto Gambia la interest jube mensi Gambia tinya mensi Gambia du nyoto mobe jamfala.
All right, Honorable. A lot of people are watching, so didn't buga rek nga tinkal ñu ana President Adama Barrow jamono ji ak news bi naka la mel ci mom.
President ba Adama Barrow jamono ji mu ci jama mu nge kontaan te xelam ba nge dal xamna ne toñut xamna ne defu dara lepp lo xamna dal mo aju ci case bi nit la ko xamne buguta interfere ci judiciary te judiciary sen bopa xam nañ ne President Barrow du interfere kon do tay daf leen bàyyi seen sago ñu doxal lan mooy dëgg bi yàlla def na dëgg bi génn na mu am ndam tey moom ñu si bési kontante bi waaye lu may gën a aida rek surtout suma mbokki UDP woon leen ne Gambian si yaa ko moom nañ def ndànka bu ñu def naka sulu noonu loo xam ne dina fi indi fitna President Barrow always daf day wax ne moomu réew mi te bugga na su pare mu wàcca toog si biir réew mi fii nii te lii lañ fas ene te lii laa leen naan di ñaan jëlla bi dafa set aduna bi yëpp ñu ne dafa set ñoom ñu ne dafa tilim lu nekk si biir nag ñoom rek a ko xam waaye lu ma gën a leer mooy yëf yi leer na te ñu bàyyi yëfi fitna te ñu seet Gambia lii rek laa mun a tënku gaa yi.
Alright, muna next step ti bini bota jang kadum kijo teta la bantale.
Next step bu menti dron wala ñunti ko ka continue ka banko doku ka ñoo hakkili ka ñoo yaaya kula mu ya lon ko wala betiata anden ate President Adama Barrow ala inauguration o ñim fanan swearing in ceremony ñim man jamfa no botala foka pare planol mel be laren pour banko ñi anyanta doku la ñamen ana promise men di banku din kolla mbina wo doku le commencer la pour kaje ko banko e develop banko e doku banko dum sulata la dalilo men e yakaro diala dalilo men kamala pour ñin kamala ka doko ke wala mun na next step ti andumbe banko dum fanam be danila mo be na ka kafunna including UDP all the oppositions yalon kafuko we are talking about Gambia amanke ko ndela korda amanke ko President Barrow la korda wala Usen la korda Gambia nga wala fo be na nga kafu ñoma nga banko doku politiko wato ñim bantale sain banku doko wala tota nim fota parliament nga jube woto fanan ala be men dila men na wayo tadron akana ke kamfa kanta ke kayro kan parliament
legi rek di nga ñu balal ñun wi media house so jamono ji ñu ngi gis ne li nga xamne mo nek parliamentary election mu ngi ñew muy li nga xamne moy national assembly bi ma bëgg xam rek yeen wa NPP naka ngeena defé
waaw sa laajte boobu noonu am na solo lu ñoo defee rek mooy nuñ ko daan defee rek lu passé woon loolu rek la nu ñu reye woon mbaam bi wala nu ñu reye woon jaan bi di seen banta boobu lañ amee rek pour reyaate beneen jaan li gën a am solo mooy préparation baa ngee dem pour gis ne parliamentary bi buy ñëw ni ñu wiin lu bari because président bu amut ñi nga xam ne ñoo ko war a jàppale si parlement bi dafa mel ni still na liggéeyam bi dina am ay jafe-jafe comme nu mu ko amee woon 5 years yi nga xam ne moo passé woon pare woon naa def lu rëy waaye lu rëy jooju noonu taxoon na maa ne noo parlement am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi téye mbubam bi mënutoon na aaga fu mu waroon na aaga waaye macha allah yàlla rëccal na ko si loolu noonu ñu ngi suñ sago suñ own député yi leen soxla fu mu bëggoon na yóbbu réew mi ndax mu mun a koo aagale foofu noonu bu mu am jafe-jafe yu rëy.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mbarigol Hani Kabim, the Supreme Court of the Gambia.
Political mantraking at some point, but at some point we'll make a die down. So that we can hold this administration accountable during next election. But nim better see political mbafula ainda kala tentina ba ila bunko no ila so ni i mank alfati geto idi wolo ko ngakene ndi do ba fula ngakene bank atitala no so mi important wolo ni political wado so a time also ngo kele sai inshallah ha social media nyanda changes kala jele mba regulate lale nga make so ko responsible journalism ye tambe nyimbanko kan nga make so ko social media we don't use it to our disadvantage. Let us make sure that we capitalize on the use of the social media to enrich ourselves financially and other means. You understand? And can I use against each other? And can I use to deter the progress of this country? The young people are coming and they have ideas. They want to be innovative. They want to inspire. They want to be inspired. They want to create. They want to be connected. And that is why there is a need for us to be able to make sure that we censor use of social media and we use social media responsibly.
Thank you very much. That was General Bojang. Now, okay, we'll just proceed. Hani kabim badi ngol I'll continue Kanjube. At the up there, okay. Please come. Yes, Maringol, you are watching Gambia Talents TV right now. We will just proceed to all right. Assalamu
alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Albenyadi. Michael Folani man ha kan wala de kodi?
Ngatani man.
Okay, very.
Itoni.
Nde to mu papa falleti. Hade.
Ina rajmal to ala.
To lebe independent candidate, we to le tamu nying kitioti. Nying
bi kitiyo nying alata nyaming ite mune fil bi mune be sunno mo kono nyin tembola
fo kontano de katung election o ni aji be election o keta nyameng carte wuli keme fula ani wuli tanin lulu Adama Barrow yowole soto men siata UDP tat ning ayasara election o be kela ko rek petition o be kela ning wo wuli keme fulo ite o recover nola so saying men foka wala nyinti ko kitio ha mobe nyantolom UDP la nyantolom pour ka ta kitio la ka election o challenge bari loi en contente bake ka to loi tamatale banko nying ya nga tandile ko democracy saying abambanta nyim bankun kan katung nga jibele ko president mang interfere among kumafo me ya lon ko kafo ko nyi election o ala nyi petition o nyi ala fay aya loi bulale loi e tama anyanta tama la nyame so saying baydi loi kuntuta teng saying alhamdulillah saying banko sitano nyato moli tela dokola nga nyina election o nyina nga tentembe banko dingol sulata menna nga odila sign nte wole en kontan nyin kuoto nyin ko nyi election o alhamdulillah landslide lom men ganyeta ganyo warata nyin case fanan aya kele ko ganyo fanan warata correct.
Okay, now mune be kala advice to the United Democratic Party, the bigger opposition.
Ntebe men folo e wala nyinti ko nyim bankun tolbele dentala ning Cairo sabatita asabatita mbele ning korobi jang korobe kupilan mbele kunkan woto baydi luwa e kitio kuntu teng ntebe afola UDP kole ko ye sabari ye luwa la decision o nyinta nga deng nga banko doku sai wole kumayata dan kata ka petition o file ko deke ka banko muta ning do ko nasinde
okay say munem next planti
say kanya bantale case nyim bantale say masakunda sa nyatili no banko do ko lale
celebration
no hani celebration or what ambitale hade
bari jamal be content
pasamba
all right thank you very much
all right another semester right here yena ko gis muy coach Pasamba Jaw come please Lamin come Uncle Coach ñu bay ko rek mu ñew gis ngeen ne coach Pasamba Jaw jamono ji mu ngi ci biir dëkk bi mu nekk Gambian boo xam ne obviously all the time daf dey comment on social media but tey nag moom nekkul social media mu ngi ñëw ci biir dëkk bi mu ngi ñëw ci biir Gambia wax naa leen ko télé yi bari neen waaye bokkuñu man ku ma gis ma xamee ko su defee max sax dama ko xamee mu def max ma ne ko coach Pasamba génneel max bi ñu mun a wax ak yow coach na nga def
jàmm rek
welcome back
oh thank you well, I'm a Gambian. I'm here to visit my country and my family. So, lolo mo fi indi dal.
This is a historic occasion
because This, I believe, lo happen fini enriches our democracy, enriches our jurisprudence, because these are citizens, the UDP, who have all the legal rights to do what they did. And the good thing about it, moi, nekun ci mbeda bi di xeex, nekun di tëj kenn, nekun di dóor kenn, nekun di saaga kenn. The UDP had a problem with the elections. You know, we are going to Fombahana Nekebena. We came here and the judges made the ruling. So now we move on. And I hope to, going forward, we'll all look at our total electoral system and make the necessary reforms that are important. That way we'll move on as a country. But this is a great thing. I don't think anybody should see it as negative. There are no winners and losers. The biggest winners in this are the Gambians, the Gambian democracy, and the enrichment of our jurisprudence. Yes.
ñu gis la nga nekk koo xam ne doy farfalaatel lépp lu coach wax rek lu am la jamono ji yaa ngi si suñ dëkka soo doon wax ak suñ nguur loole naa advice
bari na de first thing first, for the president to understand and to congratulate him again for his victory, which was affirmed today by the Supreme Court, to understand people have given him a mandate, and the mandate is not just for its sake, but a mandate to ensure that there is development in this country, there is unfettered respect for fundamental human and constitutional rights in this country, and he must not rest on his laurels and just believe people will love me, I'll do whatever I want. Because Gambia, we don't have time. This is a country that has underdeveloped for 56 years. It is now time for seriousness. And I hope that the president will also do what the constitution says when he appoints cabinet and would appoint people who are competent and capable to carry out their jobs effectively, and not those that are sycophants or just people must not be repaid. People must be appointed to do the work of the Gambian people so that we as a people will move on. But the other advice that I have for President Barrow, one thing that we've seen, we have developed a judiciary that is independent, at least over the past 5 years. The TRRC report is absolutely important. And the president must implement every recommendation made by the TRRC, because its implementation doesn't mean that you are sending anybody to jail. What it means is you are doing what they ask you, people will be prosecuted. Anybody who is prosecuted will be given the rights that were denied to Gambians over the past 22 years. You'll be given a fair trial. You'll be given the right to counsel. You can defend yourself. If you are acquitted, you are a free citizen, you go about your business. If you are convicted, you pay the price that all convicts must pay. The worst mistake that President Barrow would do, and repeat, he did it with the Janneh Commission, he must not repeat it, is to cherry pick on the recommendation. Implement all recommendations without fear, favor, affection, or ill will, because that was your oath, that I would defend the Constitution of the Gambia without fear, favor, affection, or ill will. So all we are asking the president, we are not asking him to do anything that is out of the law. Implement the recommendations, let people be tried in our independent courts, and then the chips fall where may be. If you kill somebody, hey, and you are convicted, you go to jail. If you are accused of killing and you are acquitted, you go about your business. That is fairness, and that's how we can have closure. It was Dr. King who said that true peace is not the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. So as a result, whatever we do, we must ensure that justice, unfettered justice, is exercised to the maximum. That will serve as a deterrent, so that a Sambaja would not come tomorrow and feel that I can kill somebody and get away with it. Those are my two advices.
Yeah, coach, ba léegi rek comme ni ma koy waxee rek lu xew si dëkk bi dafa bari yaa ngi wane président bi mu bàyyi xel ñu moo appoint nit dina ne ndax président bi dafa am ñu mu appoint ñoo xam ne qualifié ba tey it nekkul di def liggéey bi mu war nga mentional ñu ñoom su ko defee ñoom it ñu start di xool seen boppa di paak ndax coach tamit dafa bëgg a ut liggéey parce que ñu bari ñu ne semestre yi su ñëwee si dëkk bi ku ut liggéey la xëj na coach dafa ñëw Gambia ku Adama Barrow gis ko.
Man, I'm a Gambian citizen. I was born in this country, and there's nothing wrong with it. But to be clear, I have no aspirations, none whatsoever, to be appointed to any office in this country. This was why after 2016 elections, when Barrow won, Gaidu was in the cabinet, and people mentioned my name I went on Facebook Live and told the president, nobody promised me anything. Some people mentioned it. I went and said, I am not interested in being appointed to any office. And my caution to the president then was, and it's going, do not appoint people because of based on what they did for the struggle. That's nonsense. Appoint people who are competent to carry out the jobs of this country. So that's what I'm saying. So do to the tour or this thing because he has a coalition. So what I'm saying, if somebody from NRP is competent to do the job, give him the job because our constitution is very clear. Now the ministers appointed should be those that have the technical know-how to run those ministries. Bulgis pass minister. The people that will suffer will be the Gambian people. They need time. They can be time because this country has been underdeveloped for way too long. So this is time for serious work, and serious work can only be carried by serious and competent people.
Si baro presidency bi mitay si cabinet gam dafa am ñoo xamne manam nekkul ñoo xamne ñu nit di wax la dama bëgg rek mu leer nak leer su ko defé gaay ñu defaraat seen bopam media bi is here to tell nit yi lan la gaay nekk di def lo xamne nekkul yoon.
Well, kuma fu lo xamne ne am na yena appointments I did not agree with.
Kan nen remind am na ñoo xamne ina follow.
Example, the current Minister of Interior, I was not happy with that appointment. I think it's Sonko. Anybody who served Jammeh, I was not happy they was appointed to serve in any cabinet position. That not to say that they are not Gambians. But if you're coming to wrong the rights of yesterday, you cannot appoint the wrongdoers to correct the wrongs. So this is it. So it's not a matter, it's nothing personal. These are people, some people I know. We are friends, we were in the struggle. When he was appointed at the Public Service Commission, I believe that his appointment was in direct violation of the Gambian Constitution. And I said so. It was nothing personal because to me, it's not about who I know, it's about the Gambia. So if it is something that I believe is right, I'm going to say it. But it's nothing personal. All I'm saying, Barrow has the latitude to appoint a cabinet. My thing, is not only appoint people who can do the job so that Suny Lopitani would function the way that is supposed to function, Suny School C would function the way that is supposed to function, everything that we do as a country would function the way that is supposed to function. That way, his legacy would be one of development and not one of enticement. Because you appoint people that you know and they don't do the job and people suffer. And the more affect too more the person that appointed them. So Barrow wants to leave a good legacy for that to happen. Appoint people that are competent to do the job, hold them accountable. If you are accused of mismanagement of funds, you have no business serving in office. Send the person on interdiction, send the person on administrative leave, let's investigate. Because we cannot continue it's political motivated by politics. No. We need to move seriously as a people. And for that to happen, we need to have serious, competent people so that you move forward as a country.
Gis nañ tamit li nga xamne moy National Assembly bi mu ngi ñew am si amna parti yi nga xamne daanu neen bu baax si election bu passé jamono ji coach kula xamne da nga am experience du may waxantu wax deug rek leen fi nekké Gambian Talents TV ma bëgg rek nga wax ak parti yoy lan nga fa ne lu leen wara def su ko defé daanu bu metti bi nga xamne daanu neen ko ñu defaraat seen taxaway.
What is at stake is the democracy of our country. What we don't want is a one-party state. And to avoid that, I am appealing to all my friends in the opposition. You know, together and form a tactical alliance, if you want to call it that. That way, we will have a National Assembly that is balanced. And the reminder that I want to give people, during the PPP dominated the House of Parliament. This was why they were able to craft the Senegambia Confederation that was not grounded on law, that was not grounded in the interest of the Gambian people. And when ended up happening? 1989, Bajawara de Mepare change affair because there was nobody thinking in the National Assembly. Abdou said, you know what, I will teach you a lesson. Woke up one Friday and packed all his military soldiers here, including the Presidential Guard. 5 years down the line, there was a coup d'etat, Jawara was gone. 2002, when the UDP boycotted the National Assembly elections, it gave Jammeh a free hand to make constitutional amendments. This is where you in the one change the 50+1 in the constitution, because anything Linga Hamne was not in his interest was taken out of the constitution. Law Hamne they can change within the parliament, and past laws Linga Hamne were not helpful to our country. So this is why it is important for the opposition parties, in the interest of democracy, it doesn't matter one party can support, to come together and find a way, put competent candidates, they will come to the National Assembly, scrutinize everything. That way, we will not have one party to dominate the executive and the legislative body, because that is a disaster and would be a setback for our democracy.
Gambians have been crying for a new constitution since Jammeh has been removed from power in 2016, but still we have not been seen that the Constitutional Review Commission came, but that thing was never gone into implementation. It has never happened again. Again, Gambians are still calling for a new constitution. What advice do you have for the government towards that?
Well, I was one of those who was very critical of President Barrow, because I believe President Barrow single-handedly sabotaged the CRC, the Constitutional Review Commission. Because what President Barrow did was he put his interest ahead of the interest of the Gambian people. Because everything that Barrow complained about is, oh, I cannot, the term limit cannot be retroactive. So Barrow was not looking at anything else but Barrow. So, Mr. President, you've promised us, and we're going to hold you to this promise, that we'll have a new constitution, that there will be term limits, that there will be the absolute majority. But we need a constitution that is fit for purpose. And for that to happen, we need Barrow to have the political will to make that a reality. And you see, leaders who sacrifice are remembered as heroes. George Washington, the first president of the United States, upon his election as president, there were people who wanted to crown him king. He said no. It was very convenient at that time to be a king. He said no. Actually, America did not even have term limits until around the 1950s. Because what Washington did was, after serving 2 terms, he stepped down, and it became a tradition in that country. And it was one president, I think it was Roosevelt, who stayed for 3 terms or 4 terms. Then later they decided to add it in the constitution so that it became a term limit, became a constitutional requirement. So today he's celebrated. When Nelson Mandela served 1 term and decided, you know what, that's enough, I'm sitting down, that's why he's respected. So, Mr. President, do not be driven by the desire and the entrappings of power. Be a changer for a better Gambia, so that you'll be remembered for the president who did not overstay his welcome. Jawara overstayed his welcome, ended in exile. Jammeh ended overstayed his welcome, ended in exile. We want President Barrow to be the difference by ensuring that he will serve no more than 2 terms, give us a constitution that will guarantee 2 terms, a constitution that will guarantee absolute majority, a constitution that will respect the rights of diaspora Gambians to participate fully in the political process of our country, because I'm not beating my chest, we contribute close to anywhere between 48 to 55% of GDP. As we speak now, the amount of money that is flowing in this country because of Gambians abroad is much more than, in fact, what we've done is save this country from a serious economic disaster because of the tourism is dead, because of COVID. But we are here, we are spending money, and by the time we are gone, we are not here to do all exclusive, all inclusive or whatever. No, we are going to our homes, we are building houses, we are providing employment, we are helping people, we are doing everything. Every money that we bring with us, $3, $4, $5, $10,000 is going to be left here. We go back home with our $10 and go back to our hours. We do that because we love this country. So there is no reason why we should not be allowed to participate. And to those that say, oh, diaspora is a problem, listen, who are the diasporans? The same blood that runs in you runs in me. I'm a Gambian. I was born here. I'm your brother. We are your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunts. We are Gambians. The only reason why we left this country is to go for greener pastures. And what we will do when it's greener, we come back here to invest here. So we are as Gambians and as anybody else. So I hope we'll all continue to hold this government to account and the president.
What advice do you have for the social media warriors that are always there to insult or to poison people's mind when it comes to violence and others?
Well, one thing that I've always said is I don't think there is anybody who can instill violence in this country. Gambians are very, very peaceful people. I've always said that wherever you see Gambian, you call atering, we hear a crowd so that it will not last 2 seconds. So yes, in every country or society, you will have what they call agent provocateurs, but they constitute the minority in this country. So my advice is not to the minority that insults. My concern is not the minority that try to instigate, but to the majority of the Gambians to understand that we are one people, one nation, and one country. Nothing can change that. Every one of us is related to the next. We talk about this tribe thing. There is no pure Mandinka or pure Wolof. And what I mean by that is there is no Mandinka or Wolof or Fula who does not have a relative of another tribe. Whether a niece, whether a brother-in-law, whether a nephew, and all that. So all that is important is for all of us to be bound by this creed that we are Gambians. Nothing else can divide us. And before you know how great a Gambian is, or being a Gambian is, you travel out of this country.
Before I leave you, Mr. Samba, we have
Mr. Jao.
Mr. Jao.
Yes.
We have seen the Jana Commission have never been implemented just as how everyone expected. Here is the TRRC again. The recommendation has already been published. Implementation is what Gambians are waiting. What is at stake towards President Barrow's government, towards this TRRC?
Well, what is at stake is everything. Because you see, the Nazis, the Second World War was from 1939 to 1945. You know, they are still prosecuting people who participate in that. Some people will be 90-something years old, they are discovered, they will be prosecuted. Laws are meant to be followed. That's why this country is a country of laws and not of men. So what is at stake is justice. What is at stake is democracy. What is at stake is the future and stability of this country. If we start just letting people go, this masla, you are encouraging that there should be a deterrent to anybody coming to power and believing that they have the unfettered right to abuse others. So all we are saying here is these courts have proven to be independent. Go to the courts. Let them determine whether anybody who is accused by the TRRC is guilty or not. And that's it. That's all we are asking for. We are not asking for a Barrow to hold a stick, beat anybody. We are not asking to do anything, but do what the Gambian people expected. This is why we funded the TRRC. People came and testified. It was for a reason. It was not just to be put in a paper and just placed somewhere else. No, we need action and we need to see it happen. And for that to happen, President Barrow must have the political will, and the citizens must not also rest on our laurels and just allow him to do whatever he wants. TRRC recommendation must be implemented to the fullest, irrespective of who becomes a victim of their own crimes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. That was Coach Pasamba Jao. We will just narrate some of the things that has happened inside there before the case was concluded. As you all know, we cannot do that, but before doing that, we'll just make few steps back to explain some of the things. We know that the hearing was today supposed to be the fifth day of the hearing. The first day when the United Democratic Party filed a motion here to challenge the election result. The second hearing, the second proceeding was when the lawyers of President Adama Barrow, led by Sirif Mari Tambiru, bring a motion, the motion which seeks to strike away the petition that was bring here, and the next day, that was the third day of the hearing, the lawyer of President Adama Barrow, headed by Sirif Mari Tambiru, bring another motion, joinder, which was the joinder to strike the petition brought here by the United Democratic Party, and it was an argument. It didn't happen at first, and then the Chief Justice ordered for President Adama Barrow to pay $10,000 to United Democratic Party, and then the second to last day was last week. That was on Friday. Then they bring the second motion, the second motion that was brought here, at first. Then that was the argument. The argument.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.